what I realized today is it really only takes one thing to change the way you think about something. So I don't remember it was.
That is pretty
But,
deep.
but
yeah.
yes, but it was a very simple comment that my coach made, and it's very obvious, and I didn't even realize I didn't really understand something, and then.
Can you tell us what the comment
well,
was?
we're talking about values, and I said my top value was integrity, and we talked about that, and then in previous sessions I had said, part of the reason that I'm here is because I just need to validate what I'm doing. And so this coach said to me, well, that makes total sense that your integrity is your top value, because in order to come here, to be the integrity of myself to be validated, because I don't feel validated to be a coach until I've done this myself. So
Right.
So I was like, of course.
Yeah, and isn't that cool how a breakthrough can just be that, like, oh, of course. Like, it doesn't have to be. Sometimes we think because of the videos we see that sometimes we make even about breakthroughs and stuff, that an insight has to be this huge experience when it's often just like, oh, of course.
I really learned a lot from my coach, just telling about my fear of public speaking, and then he asked me, well, what other fears do you have? And we talked about 3 different fears, and they really were the same one. It was like fear of rejection, being judged and rejected. So it was really enlightening to me, and I appreciate it.
And look, you're up here speaking in front of a room of 60
Yeah.
people. Woo!
Because you don't reject me.
Well, I guess 2 things. One was really just being the coach was almost more interesting than being the client in terms of what I learned and discovered about myself, and also to take forward, because listening to somebody else's perspective just kind of opened up something else in me. And I forgot the second thing.
Was it interesting for you to have to do it so quickly as the coach, like that you didn't get to?
Actually, that helped me ground a lot more, because
Yeah.
I haven't done actual coaching yet, so there's a lot of fears, concerns, can I really do this and stuff like that, and so just getting it going, it's like you have to let go,
Yes.
not only of myself, but also because it's such a short period of time, I can't rush the other person, so I have to kind of let go of my impulse, but also be really paying attention. So all the different aspects of it just really had to sink in and also be let go of at the same time, and it was really interesting in that respect.
All right. So I learned a few things. One is this was very close to the exercise that we did earlier when you said you have like 1 minute to go from the day you were born to now.
Oh, yeah.
So because the time is so limited, so your mind is just racing, and I feel like when it races, it says the important things. And one thing that I realized, which was awesome, is I don't give myself as much credit as I deserve, and I'm really not in a place where I thought I was. One of the questions that I believe you asked was, what are the things that you overcame? So I said it, and like mine was depression and all that stuff. And one awesome guy in the crowd was like, well, if you had to define one word to explain what it is that you accomplished, or like how you feel or how far you've gone, what would you say? And I looked at him, I'm like, Nabiha. And then he's like, what does Nabiha mean? I'm like, that's my name. So like that's who it is. That's the one word. And everything, I've learned a lot about myself, and it's great. And the energy that was just circulating in the room, and it really feels like when I first walked in, I didn't really know a lot of people, and here I am admitting that I had depression, I overcame it, and I'm a kick A girl, and I'm strong, and I have this great self-confidence, and just speaking out loud was just an awesome exercise, and I wanted to share it with you guys and share it with my new family, my new tribe. So thank you.
One of the reasons we do this on day one might be obvious to you, so that everyone really bonds and gets kind of sped up to be able to do the next 3 days. And I just want you guys to take a moment to just think about how many people already by 3 p.m. you've actually had coaching with today already. So by the end of 4 days, you're really gonna, hopefully, my inner goal for these events is that you leave with 50 new friends. That's what's most important to me. I want you all to be amazing coaches that go out there and get clients and everything, but it's also these friendships that form from doing this. And I feel like you spoke to that also just now. So.